Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and boy did I pass out last night. Christmas wore me down. Something about all of that spending and and just the lead up is so much work, and then it happens so fast, and then all of a sudden it's done, and you're tired and you're just worn out. So at the end of yesterday, I was just worn out. I had to do some traveling, and finally I'm glad to be back doing my thing. I do have my coffee. There's no cinnamon in it this morning, but the next cup will have cinnamon in it. For those of you that wonder, I have told you before, I do, my first cup or two of coffee is not cinnamon. I wake up first and then I add the cinnamon. For some reason, I just like it better once I'm awake. Okay, first from XRP Twin, the first walled garden is up. Who follows? They're calling it the sand dollar. I talked about it yesterday, but this is from the Bahamas, the central bank of the Bahamas. The central bank will introduce a digital version of the Bahamian dollar, starting with a pilot phase in Zuma, I guess, in December 2019, and extending in the first half of 2020 to Abaco. So, I guess they're doing something similar to what China is doing. I think China was testing their digital currency in different provinces, and I think that's basically what the Central Bank of the Bahamas is doing. And then at some point they'll go completely live. But the point is that now we have central banks that are issuing digital assets. Wonder who could bridge those digital assets. Then there's this from XRP Moonshine. Let me see if I follow it. Yeah. XRP Moonshine, aka Matthew. This is a graphic from my December 26, 2019 XRP update on my coil page. I wanted to show you his coil page where he summarized, he's got the Ripple drop, and he summarizes it in a really cool fashion that you need to all go check out. He's got a summary of basically the biggest surprise 2019 for each one of the people that was in the video, and then the aha moment for digital assets and look ahead for the next blockchain. Let's just we'll take Brad Garlinghouse. The biggest surprise, how Facebook executed Libra announcement, opportunity to do that better. Donald Trump tweeting about cryptocurrencies. Aha moment, MoneyGram's transition from skepticism to advocacy once they saw ODL could solve a real problem. Look ahead. Continue to see consolidation. Don't need 3,000 plus coins. Market will focus on those with use cases solving real problems. But this is a really well done coil blog. He summarizes the news. So go give him check him out. He's at XRP Moonshine on Coil. You can go check it out. Okay. XRP Crypto Wolf, who has been busy the last couple of days. Now, while I'm showing you this and what I'm about to show you, I want you to be thinking about this. XRP is the digital asset that is being worked on and promoted by Ripple. Okay, Ripple is working on the primary use case for settlement and payments with XRP. I want you to ask yourself while I go through these things, if you can name any other digital asset on CoinMarketCap who not only is working with whose company that's promoting the biggest use case, largest use case, is working with a central bank, but is working with 50 plus central banks and has this many things going on with central banks of the world, is there any other digital asset where a company that's working on the use case has even been in the room with one central banker? So watch this. XRP Crypto Wolf. South Korea's central bank is going to organize a task force to research digital currencies. They're going to research crypto assets, blockchain, distributed ledger technology, and CBDCs, along with being an overseer to enhance security of payment and settlement systems. So this is just another. Now, If they're saying that they're researching it, that means they've been working on it for the last 4 years, which is the truth. But here we go. So this is from Peter Voss at Peter Voss 6. This is a coil. This is another coil blog, and this is from at Stewart. Ripple and central banks. Now you may remember when Sagar Sarbai, I guess is who said this maybe. We actually work pretty closely with 40 to 50 central banks across the world, including Bank of Thailand. This was said by someone who works for Ripple back in 2018. Well, this blog actually puts together a pretty long, I think it's a pretty thorough list of who those banks are. So I'm going to just kind of go through this pretty fast, but I want to show you got to see this because it's amazing. Bank of Thailand, Bank of England, Accelerator Program. This is a CNBC interview with Brad Garlinghouse on June 5th, 2018. I think that one of the reasons why Ripple has enjoyed so much momentum is because we've been working with regulators. We count the Bank of England as a customer of ours. And as we go down, Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority, and I'm just going to pick interesting things as I go. The Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority is a customer of ours. This is Brad Garlinghouse in June 5th, 2018. We're working with other central banks around the world, and I think it's because of that engagement we're continuing to see them embrace and see the benefits of using these technologies. And then there's the Central Bank of Mexico, and here's a letter between the Senior Product Council of Ripple and Ryan Zagone to the Central Bank of Mexico. And then there's, as we go to the next one, the Federal Reserve Faster Payments Task Force. We've talked about this a lot. And then as you keep going along, we go to, let's go to the next one. Dan Morgan of let's see, Banco de España. And then there was, let me see this is Dan Morgan, Head of Regulatory Relations in Ripple, September 11th, 2019, speaking at Banco de España. This guy's got pictures, quotes, everything's outlined right here. It's right here for you to see. And remember, Ripple, just a few days ago, said that 2020 will be the year of digital assets. Now, which digital asset do you think they're talking about? Banco de España. Then you've got engagement with central bank. This was a tweet from Ripple back in 2017. We welcomed China's central bank industry and academic leaders to Ripple headquarters. Okay, then there's the Swiss National Bank. Swiss National Bank held a conference with Brad Garlinghouse attending and talking. We all remember this one. Christine Lagarde sitting right here. There's Brad Garlinghouse. And then European Central Bank and Bank of Japan from Project Stella, Bank of Canada, Monetary Authority of Singapore, Hong Kong Monetary Authority. Look at this list. It just keeps going. Dilip Rao at Central Bank Payments Conference in Berlin. And then you've got it says the list goes on, and then they've got all these different quotes. And then when you've got Ripple's this is from Bank XRP, Margin Delatin, national banks getting approval from central banks to utilize RippleNet. Once they have the approval, you see that this is a cascading down to the rest. And it just goes on and on. And then you remember this picture. This is Corey Johnson, who was the spokesperson of Ripple. He says, he tweeted this out. This is the Prime Minister of Canada. I'll say it again. This matters. So all the evidence is there. It's been presented to you for the last 2 years. It's all right in front of your face. Anybody who's paying attention, it's there for you to see. 2020 should be a very interesting year. Now let's move along. And I will challenge anyone to go. Let me refresh this to see what we're looking at in the market today, just as a reminder. We're at 191 billion, which is nothing. There's a little bit of green on the screen. XRP's at 19 cents, but I challenge anyone out there to do what I did in 2013 and have believed with all my heart ever since. Do what I did in 2013. Go click on every single digital asset in this list. And if you can find, and do it in the top 20, so if you can find one company that is working on a use case for a digital asset that has been in more rooms with more significant, powerful people and banks and central banks, if you can find anybody that's even bordering on what the company Ripple has accomplished for XRP and for their software over the last, say, 3 or 4 years, then I will just change this whole channel and quit talking about XRP and talk about something else. But you can't, because there's not one. XRP is the greatest digital asset ever created, and it is being worked on by a group of people who are the smartest guys in the room. They're the most connected people in digital assets, and they are now the super unicorn of the digital asset space. I talked about that yesterday. Ripple, the company, is a super unicorn in Silicon Valley. And then Mr. B sent me this. If you need any more evidence here, folks, earth-shattering. This is from Stephen Bull from the DF. Earth-shattering news. In Japan, almost every bank is starting to adopt XRP. David Jevons at Rakuten. In this thing, he says in this video, almost every bank is starting to adopt XRP in Japan. As we've said for a long time, SBI Holdings, when the history books are written, will be it'll be the most important thing that Ripple ever did was selling up ownership in 2016. They sold 10.5%, I believe, to SBI Holdings. SBI Holdings is the ace in the hole for XRP, folks. All right, and then we've got this XRP Wizard. I just wanted to show you this. Ethereum co-founder sells 90,000 Ethereum. Jeffrey Wickel, pictured right. Ethereum, let me make sure this is a recent article. It is. Jeffrey Wickel, pictured right, an Ethereum developer and one of the founding team, has sent 92,000 Ethereum worth of $11.5 million to Kraken on Christmas Day. And I don't know anything more about this. I'm not going to go any more in depth on that. I just wanted to show you, just like we showed you when the Litecoin founder sold all of his Litecoin. Chinu Patel at Chinu Patel 29. Stephen Bull from the DF again. Interesting, there are more Australians owning XRP than Ethereum, according to the Independent Reserve. I know for a fact that Australia is a big part of my audience. So there's a lot of Australians that are and Australia itself is really big into digital assets. So that doesn't really surprise me that much. And then we've got this. I just wanted to make you aware. This is XRP Bullish Vegas. At Funky Bad Chad. He's one of the guys I met when I went to Vegas, and he was there when I did my first live stream. He has started his own YouTube channel, and so I wanted to make you all aware of it. It's he's Funky Bad Chad is the name of his channel. I've already subscribed. Go give him a subscribe. He's a good guy, and he's already got better technology than I do, so looks like he's doing something right. Also, I wanted to show you this. YouTube calls crypto purge a mistake, but many videos still missing. This when it happened over Christmas, where many of the major YouTubers had gotten pulled down by YouTube, and there was a scare that YouTube was purging crypto, but they actually weren't. They were what was really going on. I don't know exactly what was really going on, but YouTube, I think their algorithms, maybe their computers accidentally turned off several YouTubers. But the more important thing for me, and this is part of the reason that my friends and I created the Patreon group, I do every day, just so you all know, I still do and am going to continue to do from now on. I do 2 videos a day, just like I always have, and I put them on YouTube for my audience. And you can watch those videos, and I'm going to be doing that from now on. But in addition to that, if you're interested, you can go to my Patreon group. It's in the description of every video I do, or you can click on it there, or you can go to digitalassetinsiders.com. You can join the Patreon group. And part of the reason that we did this is for this exact reason. YouTube may have made a mistake this time, but what about next time? I don't want to be, I work too hard. I don't want to be at the behest of the whims of one company or one platform as to whether or not my hard work is going to be destroyed. And so in my Patreon group, it doesn't matter if YouTube goes out of business tomorrow, I'll still be uploading my videos in the Patreon group. If YouTube decides they don't like crypto YouTubers tomorrow, or some other platform decides that, that's fine. I will still be uploading my videos to my Patreon group. Doesn't matter. I can upload them from any kind of platform. And that it's kind of an insurance policy against something like this happening. Now, I'm not anti-YouTube or anything. I think YouTube's great. But I'm also, it wouldn't be smart for me or anyone else to not have a plan B if something like this happened to them. So I encourage any of you that are listening to me to go join my Patreon group, because I will never stop making my videos. Even if YouTube or anybody else tries to keep me from making videos, I'll go make them somewhere else and upload them to my Patreon group. So that's a big, huge part of the, plus on top of that, we're adding discount. It's more expensive for you to watch a quote free YouTube channel than it is to join my Patreon, because we're only charging $4.99. We've already worked out savings that are as much as $59.90 in just deals that we've cut. We're having a conference call today where we're working even more deals to save money for anybody who's in the digital asset space. Finally, I wanted to make sure I gave credit here. Crypto-stickers.com. This guy, if you get a title from the Digital Asset Investor channel, this guy created an actual store where you can go and type your title in, and he will make you a shirt or a coffee mug with your title on it. So go give him a look. Crypto-stickers.com is where his channel is. I'm the Digital Asset Investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button, and tell your friends and family to go to crypto-stickers.com and check out his store. He's got all kinds of, it's not just stuff with title, but if you look at this, you can also see his homepage. He's got all, and it's not any one digital asset. It's all kinds of different things where you can get products if you want to. Thank you for listening.